Welcome to Straight Talk. My name is Yvonne Chege. I'm your host. Today, and this episode, we are so happy to be joined by Madam and Dr. Deborah Barasa, who's the Cabinet Secretary for Environment, Climate Change and Forestry in Kenya. Thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you for having me.
Today, specifically, we're talking about the upcoming Mazingira Day celebrations. And there's a public holiday coming up on the 10th of October. Kindly tell us, what does Mazingira Day mean to you?
Yes. So first of all, we need to know that our national prosperity is rooted on how we care for our environment, ourselves, or the people in the environment, as well as of our future. We have this young generation that is coming up. And it's good again that we nurture the culture of caring for the environment so they live in a clean, healthy and safe environment. And so when we received the letter from Public Service that the theme of October 10th will be Mazingira Day, that is a citizen-centric tree growing and environmental stewardship theme, then we thought what would be the best way to have an impactful Mazingira Day. And so we looked at our vision, which is really restoration and renewal, but yet again nurturing the children to be able to care for their environments well. And then we talked about ecosystem restoration, looking at the nutritional component of the how one can benefit from that, looking at food security, looking at intergenerational engagement towards ensuring the success of Mazingira Day. And so we thought that for a citizen-centric approach, we can focus on primary schools. Equally, my background in health, I'm well aware of children suffering from malnutrition, the issues of food insecurity, and yet again, this is aligned to the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. And so we thought that if we incorporate the issue of addressing food insecurity, that is ensuring that we are planting fruit trees in schools, then we are also supporting the children, because I believe that no child should sleep hungry. And the only way we can contribute to this in our country is ensuring that we are having fruit trees in the schools. That way a child can pluck, a fruit and eat when they are, and it will bring accessibility to some kind of food to them.
Okay. So is that in line then with the theme that you have, to Rudi Primo, to donate fruit trees?
Absolutely, it is in line with that. So we are telling Kenyans to contribute, to donate. Okay, they can contribute in form of money. Fruit trees range from 100 to 150 Kenya shillings, and then they can donate the seedlings, or they can go to their schools, their primary schools, to plant the fruit trees.
So that's in line with what you're saying, stewardship being a part of what Mazingira Day is.
Absolutely, absolutely. And from an early stage, what is happening is that we are teaching children matters of stewardship. We're also teaching them leadership from an early age to care for the fruit trees and to care for their environment. And it's not only about planting fruit trees, but also cleaning up the environment.
Why specifically fruit trees, if I may ask?
Fruit trees, we thought of that because we wanted this year not only to address the ecosystem restoration, the carbon sequestration, among others, but also accessibility of fruits to children, which again will incorporate the nutritional component, and the children will be healthy.
It's a very ambitious theme.
Yes.
How do the ministry's actions align with that?
The ministry's action. So we have our mandate. The president's directive is that we plant 15 billion trees by 2032. and 30% of these are fruit trees. So that is why we focused on fruit trees at this time. And maybe I can say again, it's again about my personal experience going to countries where you have a lot of fruit trees, and children can access fruits. Some can be able to sell, etc. So that it brings a lot of life to the ambition of tree planting.
Okay.
Yes.
Alongside tree planting, there is this theme ongoing within current conversation of waste management being part of how we promote sustainable development across counties. What is your ministry doing along those lines?
Okay. So first of all, for Mazingira Day, we have the cleanup campaign, right? But in terms of the ministry, we already have strategies, we have policies, we have the regulatory frameworks, yeah? When it comes to waste management, we have the Sustainable Waste Management Act. We have, again, the Extended Producer Responsibility Act, which I'm really passionate about, or regulation, because we are holding to task the waste producers. They need to be responsible, they need to be accountable for the waste that they produce. So we are talking about manufacturers. When you go to a river and you find a bottle of soda, floating away, or you find pieces of papers within the river, we are saying that the owner of that bottle of soda, whoever manufactured, must look into its life cycle until the end of its life. That is, ensure that it is not does not remain in the environment, polluting the environment, because we know these also cause safety hazards. These ones cause infections, diarrheal diseases, among others, when they remain in the environment, and then they cause degradation, among others. And so we are encouraging the waste producers that they should be responsible for the waste that they produce. Now, this is through a certain contribution that they will make. And this contribution will support us, first of all, in ensuring that we are looking at the waste pickers and the community. It will capacitate them so that they have decent jobs. Again, we have the cooperatives which will come through that. Again, we will have even, tuk-tuks or cars that will transport the waste to the site. We have now the material recovery facilities. Organic waste is 60 to 70%. Again, through degradation, it can be turned into fertilizer and then utilized again, as well as the non-biodegradable, that is the plastics, which again can be recycled and utilized again. So we want to encourage that when it comes to waste management.
That's very ambitious. It's very ambitious. You require a lot of county government cooperation.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And waste management indeed is a devolved function. And so we are working closely with the county governments. We have a well-coordinated team from national down to county level, and supporting them. As you look at NEMA, it's about law enforcement and ensuring compliance, so that we are not having pollution within our communities or within our environment. And so NEMA is looking into that. But again, tasking the counties, supporting them in developing standard operating procedures, developing guidelines, and also supporting them in implementing the material recovery facilities, setting up cooperatives for these waste pickers, among other things, and connecting them with partners who will support. So we have a pilot, which we believe will be a best practice in Kajiado, and now we are scaling up, supporting various counties to come up with material recovery facilities and looking at the whole loop to ensure that waste is being recycled and it's not causing pollution to our environment.
That then contributes to the climate change debate as well, because I know there's many stories we see nowadays where we see the effects of climate change upon very vulnerable communities within Kenya. That these policies will help towards protecting these communities?
Absolutely. And when you look at what we are doing in climate change, Again, strategies. We have the nationally determined contribution. We are actually one of the top 10 countries who was able to submit our NDC on time, and we have developed the action plans following that. We have our systems in place. We have our directorate here, and we have the climate change units at ministerial level, at county level, and we also have our system on implementation and ensuring that people are adhering to the regulations that have been set in Kenya. But in community settings, what we really need to talk about is FLOCA, the financially led climate change action program. And so we have been able to mobilize resources to support counties in matters climate change. So it looks into adaptation as well as resilience. So we have had that. We've had tremendous stories, and some of them will also be showcased in Mazingira Day. We are engaging with the Ministry of Treasury to have even a day dedicated to show best practices when it comes to climate change. And for FLOCA, it's all about the community implementation at a community level, with 30% of the funds being ring-fenced for the youth and with the women to support in climate change matters.
How is the ministry engaging the youth, like you say, the youth, the women, and the community at large in participating in Mazingira Day and the issues you're trying to highlight?
Yes, so we are working together with the youth, the women, and various community-based organizations. We are getting the seedlings from them as well, and again supporting them when it comes to waste management, the waste pickers, ensuring that we have that in line, recycling of waste. We are engaging them in that. So we have a lot of community-based organizations, and we are encouraging them to come together, to also register, to go at county level and see how we can work towards that. Again, we have the climate works. We have green jobs that the president has initiated, over 100,000 people being employed through the climate works initiative. So a lot is being done in the climate space to ensure that the youth and the women are not left behind.
Okay.
Yes.
Just to influence public behavior, I guess, right?
Yes.
Trying to educate us as to how to take care of our environment. Yes. That's really the objective of Mazingira Day.
Absolutely, it is the objective. We are saying we need pragmatic leadership. We want the community to own the process. We want them to be informed when it comes to waste segregation, when it comes to issues of tree planting. We want the children to nurture, to care for the trees until they are big and see the fruits of it, all right? So by the time maybe a child leaves school, they are able to see what can happen, and they are able to become good leaders by ensuring that the environments are clean and healthy and seeing the fruits that come out of it.
A call to inspire, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
tell us as we start to wind up, what would you tell Kenyans as we look forward to Mazingira Day? I know many people are looking forward to just a public holiday, staying in bed, but how would you tell them to view this upcoming holiday?
Yes, for us, Mazingira Day is really for us to own the process, for us to care for our environment, to care for our people, and again, care for our future. And this is through restoring our ecosystem and ensuring our environment is clean, healthy, and safe. So it's a rally call to all Kenyans to contribute what you can. A fruit tree would cost around 100 to 150 Kenyan shillings. You can donate fruit seedlings, and again, go to your primary school and plant the seedlings, the fruit seedlings, so that we can have fruits that are accessible, because no child should sleep hungry. But even as you're in the schools, let us ensure that we are cleaning our environment. Let us teach the children to nurture that behavioral practice as they grow up to become responsible citizens.
Okay.
Yeah. The ministry is working tirelessly to ensure that there are fruit trees, but even you as an individual, try and see how you can donate, how you can contribute, because every fruit tree that you plant, you are feeding a child. Yeah.
last question, I'm sorry. The Nairobi River Regeneration Project, I think would come in line with what we're talking about now, improving our environment in general. Can you give us a brief update of what's going on there?
Absolutely. This is indeed a phenomenal project that has been taken by His Excellency, the President of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto. And what we are doing, we've done quite a lot, because you notice that the urban rivers have a lot of waste, and they are causing a lot of infections. They are causing, challenges within the community, pollution, among others. And so this project is a phased approach, and we are seeing quite a tremendous improvement when it comes to ensuring that the rivers are clean, and I believe we'll have clips on that. And also the waste, at times you could have even human waste, the sewer system pouring into the river. But taking that initiative to ensure the waters are clean, and as I told you from my background, multiple cholera outbreaks because of contaminated rivers. It is critical that that is addressed, and we are happy that we are in that phase where we are improving the environment in the Nairobi River, and again scaling it up. We hope that even other urban rivers, we hope that the dams like the Nairobi Dam will come up, and we are engaging partners and seeing how we can get resources to scale this up and support in terms of waste management for our urban rivers. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Right.
Dr. Deborah Barasa. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for watching Straight Talk.
Thank you, Yvonne. Asante sana.